Hey everyone, Darcy here from PSP. Today I'm going to talk to you about muscle imbalances and different exercises we can do to correct those. So, muscle imbalances, what are those? Essentially, if you have one side of your body or one muscle group that's stronger than another, that would be a muscle imbalance. What that causes is a vicious circle where that strong side tends to dominate and perform the brunt of the work in any given movement, whereas the other side does less. Now, the weaker side will tend to stay weaker, and this can be cause for injury. So, as we'll be walking quite a bit this month, I'll give you exercises to really strengthen all the muscles around walking. First things first, muscle called tibialis anterior. What this muscle does is a muscle that does what's called dorsiflexion. So bring your foot back like this. This is super important when walking because it's a muscle that slows you down as you come down and heel strike on every walk. You can see the effect of this muscle in elderly people that walk around with a shuffle. They're not strong enough to really soften that blow. Okay, so having a strong tibialis anterior, super important. How to work this muscle? Putting your back against the wall. You want hips and shoulders touching the wall, both feet flat on the ground. It's really important here to have your knees stay straight. Then what you do, you lift the toes up and down. Lift the toes up and down with control. To make it even harder, you can step away from the wall. So the further your feet are from the wall, the harder it's going to be. And again, up and down. You want to go a bit higher volume on this exercise, so a minimum of 10 repetitions. Anywhere between 10 and 30 reps is great. Then you take a minute rest. Doing about 3 sets would be perfect. Next up, we've got our gastrocnemius, or the calf muscle. This one here will propel you forward as you're walking. It'll push you forward. It puts your foot in what's called plantar flexion. Now, using a step at home, you can bring both feet. You want the balls of your feet on the edge of the step. Bring your calf to extension and then flex it up. You want nice extension in the calf and then press it up. And what you can do as well for this exercise is doing it one leg at a time. So by holding either a railing at home, you can just put one foot up on that step, get that full extension, and press it all the way up. Once again, you want to make sure that knee stays straight. Last exercise we're going to be doing today is for the hip flexor muscles. Now, of course, these muscles flex the hip. We're going to go to the ground once again. This time around, we're going to have our trusty target in front of us, and the goal here is to bring our leg fully straight. Once again, knees locked out, chest is tall, hands can be on the ground. We're going to lift up through our hip, go around the target, and back down. Up and over. 10 times per side. Now, if you're wondering how many times you need to do these exercises, I'd recommend day 1, you perform your tibialis anterior exercise, the one on the wall. 3 sets of anywhere between 10 and 30, a minute rest. Then your calf raises on day 2. High repetitions once again, anywhere between 10 and 30, a minute rest in between each set. And finally, your hip flexor raises, 10 repetitions per side, a minute rest after each. Stay strong, everyone, and keep at it.